Welcome to The Explainer. As a planetary geologist, I get to read stories written in rock. And today, we're tackling the biggest one there is, the absolutely epic, violent, and honestly pretty improbable story of our own planet Earth. Okay, so how do you even begin to tell a story like this? Well, you have to go back. I mean, way back. Before the stars, before atoms even existed. Picture this, the entire universe, everything we see and know, squished into a single point, a point smaller than an atom. And that's where our story really kicks off, with the Big Bang. In just a blink, that tiny point explodes, and from that explosion comes a universe of superheated gas, dust, and the one force that's going to run the whole show from here on out, gravity. Think of gravity as the ultimate cosmic sculptor. It's the force that started pulling all that swirling dust and gas into a spinning disk around our brand new sun. And for millions of years, it was just this chaotic cosmic dance. Tiny particles smashing together, sticking, growing from pebbles to boulders, and eventually into this red-hot, molten ball of rock that would become our home. So welcome to the early Earth, also known as the Hadean Eon. And let me tell you, it was hellish. No other word for it. No oxygen to breathe, not even a solid surface to stand on. Just this chaotic world of lava rivers with temperatures so high they'd vaporize life as we know it. This was a planet being forged in total chaos. But the chaos wasn't over, not by a long shot. The early solar system was basically a cosmic shooting gallery, and Earth was right in the middle of it. And it was about to get hit by two major impacts that would completely define its future. And then, along came a wanderer named Theia. This wasn't just some asteroid. This was a whole protoplanet, about the size of Mars, just hurtling through space. And it was on a direct collision course with Earth. Yeah, it wasn't a question of if they'd collide, but when. The collision was just cataclysmic. I mean, it shattered both worlds, sending trillions of tons of vaporized rock flying into space. But here's the amazing part. Earth's gravity was strong enough to hang on to all that debris. It basically grabbed it, creating this incredible, glowing ring around our now scarred and reshaped planet. And over time, gravity went to work on that ring. It pulled all that debris together, and what did it form? Our moon. Can you imagine? Back then, it was so close it would have looked 200 times bigger in our sky. It's been our constant companion ever since, shaping our tides and keeping our planet's climate stable. So that was the first huge impact. The second great collision wasn't one big event, but millions and millions of smaller ones. For something like 20 million years, Earth was just getting hammered by icy meteorites and comets, and they were delivering a very special gift: water. Enough water to cool the planet's surface and eventually form our massive oceans. All right, so now we have a planet that's starting to cool down and it's covered in water. The stage is finally set for maybe the most incredible event in Earth's entire story: the spark of life. Now, this didn't happen overnight, not even close. We're talking billions of years. It all started with simple chemical building blocks, maybe near deep-sea volcanic vents. These slowly evolved into the very first single-celled organisms. And from there, after eons of, trial and error, you get this incredible burst of creativity, the Cambrian explosion, where complex life just fills the oceans. But where did that first spark come from? Honestly, we're still debating it. One theory is that life was homegrown, cooked up in a primordial soup in our oceans, maybe zapped into existence by lightning. The other big idea is called panspermia. That's the theory that life didn't start here at all, but hitched a ride on a meteorite from Mars, which might have been a calmer, cooler place back then. But you know what? It almost doesn't matter how it started, because the result is just mind-blowing. Every single living thing on this planet, from you to me to a mushroom, we all share DNA from a common ancestor. Get this, you share about half your DNA with a banana. It's wild. We are all just different branches on this one ancient tree of life. So life has taken hold, but the planet wasn't done trying to kill it. Life would have to survive a series of planetary scale disasters that would nearly wipe the slate clean. And each time, these events paved the way for something new to rise from the ashes. First up, ice, a massive runaway deep freeze we call Snowball Earth. The entire planet, from the poles to the equator, was encased in ice, maybe thousands of feet thick. But even then, life found a way. It just clung on, deep beneath the ice, waiting for volcanoes to eventually break the spell and thaw everything out. And then, about 65 million years ago, came the fire. An asteroid bigger than Mount Everest, screaming through space at over 22,000 miles per hour, slammed into the Gulf of Mexico. And just like that, the 165 million year reign of the dinosaurs was over. The aftermath it's hard to even imagine. The impact set off earthquakes that shook the whole planet. It triggered tsunamis the size of continents, volcanoes erupted, choking the sky with ash. And the temperature on the surface, it shot up to over 200 degrees Celsius. It was a global oven. In what is basically the blink of an eye, geologically speaking, 75% of all species on Earth were just gone, wiped out. But all that devastation created a kind of vacuum, an opening. It was a golden opportunity for a new kind of animal that had been hiding out in the shadows, the mammals. And who were the survivors? Small, shrew-like creatures, mostly. Our earliest mammalian ancestors. With the giant reptiles gone, the age of mammals could finally begin. And that, right there, is what sets the stage for our own story. So, with the dinosaurs out of the picture, mammals absolutely flourished. They exploded in diversity, eventually evolving into the first primates. For millions of years, our distant ancestors were perfectly happy living up in the trees. But the planet itself had another big change in store for them. And this is where you can really see how geology itself drives evolution. It's fascinating. The slow, relentless movement of Earth's crust basically acted like a giant climate engine. Tectonic plates in Africa started grinding together, pushing up a huge new mountain range. Well, those mountains created a rain shadow. They blocked all the moisture coming from the ocean. And because of that, the whole landscape changed. The lush forests dried up and turned into open savanna. And what did that do? It forced our ancestors down from the trees and onto 2 feet. And that one single adaptation, learning to walk upright, was the absolute game changer. Why? Because it freed up our hands. Hands that could now carry things, make tools, and using tools is what really kicked our brain development into high gear. That was the critical step on the long road to becoming human. So when you think about it, it's just an incredible journey. From a cloud of cosmic dust to a species that can actually look back and try to piece together its own origin story. It's been a 4.5 billion year epic of pure chance, devastating catastrophes, and unbelievable resilience. And now, for the very first time in all that history, one species, us, holds the entire planet's future in its hands. The question is, what will our chapter be?